So check this out, right? I have this story. It incorporates the music and it incorporates my experience. For a long time, I've been producing music, recording music. Well, in the early '90s, um, and so it was a song that a friend of mine, me and my homeboy Jax, uh, he goes by numerous names, but he goes by Gene Fierro, Jay Hitter, the Spitter. Um, but during this time, he went by Jax, and so we were recording a project because we had a group at the time, me, him, and my boy Tron, and we had a group going on at that time called 3000, and you can check those projects out up on Spotify, all the platforms. Um, a Journey Through Rhyme, the sequel, Futuristic Vibe, and another one that we did called Shock the World. Now, Shock the World, we pretty much were exploring just kind of more pop records, more things besides underground hip hop sound. So we were doing a bunch of songs that could appeal to a lot of people versus, um, just underground hip hop. And so it was kind of a record that I did at the time called Tonight. And I remember when I made that beat, it was kind of, um, I don't know, had a vibe to it. Can't really go remember. Um, well, I can't remember what I found a little chopped it up on this record that I found this sample, chopped it up to the point you can't tell what it is. I remember the snare I used was like a R. Kelly snare from I forgot what song it was. Feeling on Your Booty, I think. It was that snare. How in the beginning of the song when it opens up and you hear that snare, it's like, this is my song. I took that snare and I had like a kick, and so I made this beat and then we recorded to it, and it was kind of we were kind of on that Ray J kind of vibe, the song that Ray J did with the Neptunes. It's on and popping, just right away. It's on tonight, So we kind of was rapping kind of in that way, mixed with a little bit of a Slum Village kind of vibe, and did the song, man. And as we always do, we always recorded songs, so it was just another song that we did for that project, and it, you know, out of all the songs on that project that we did, that was one of the ones that stood out to us. And this was back in 2001. And but of course, during that time we had no outlet like we have now. So we just did the project, and I think we burned copies of CDs, whatever, and was trying to sell it. And I think we put it out in stores in certain city. I mean, like I think in KC and Jefferson City, Missouri. I think St. Louis with the distributor that we used. And around that time, I believe, I uploaded it. I had sent the CDs to CD Baby. Got sent the CDs to CD Baby, and I registered the songs because at that time, I think I had my ASCAP. I was a member of ASCAP, became a member of ASCAP in 2000. So I went on and registered the songs with ASCAP, and we just kept it pushing, man. Well, I think it was fast forward 2014. Um, I'm coming home from work. You know, my girl was with me. We come into the house, walk into the house. I see some mail. So I grabbed it, and I saw that it was some mail from ASCAP. And so I said, oh, I got some mail from ASCAP. It's probably about $3. And she was like, Why would you say that? I said, because it's always like $3 to $5. And so I opened the mail up, and it was a check for $500. And I said, $500? What the hell? ASCAP, this can't be right. And so I looked at it, and it said the song was Tonight. And I said, what the hell? This has to be not right. And so I was hyped. I was excited. I was hyped. I wasn't sure what it was or why or if this was accurate. So the next day, I contacted ASCAP just to verify that this was legit, that this was real. And the guy on the other end, he said, well, you have a song called Tonight, right? I said, yeah. He said it's with another artist named Jax, right? I said, yeah. And he named his publishing company, named his writer's name. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. Well, your song's been playing in South Africa. And I was like, what the hell? South Africa? And so I got off the phone with him. I immediately called. Well, I think I called my boy that night. Cause yeah, as a matter of fact, we were roommates at that time, but he wasn't at the house. So the next day, I think I saw him, or maybe I called him. He wasn't there, and I called him, and I was like, "Yo, you see, we got a check for tonight from ASCAP, 500." So he was like, "What?" Um, so that evening, I was hyped. My girl saw me. She was like tripping off the fact I was hyped. Because, for a long time, this was like the most money I made in one lump sum from a song that I ever did. And that evening, I called my mom back in St. Louis, and I was telling her, and I was like, "Yeah, I got this check from ASCAP today. It was $500." And she was like, "Oh, that's interesting." She was like, "Well, you got some mail here from ASCAP." And I said, "Really?" I said, "Open that up." So she opened it up, and she said, "It's a check for $500." I said, "What?" Come to find out, it was my publishing check. So the check that I had sent to me in LA was my writer's check. The check that I had sent back in St. Louis was my publishing check. I forgot to switch the addresses up. So they sent that there. So I said, "Yeah." I said, "Mom, can you please send that to me?" So she sent that. So it was $1,000 check. $1,000, 500 from the writers, 500 from the publisher's side. Good thing I had both. I signed up for both. You have to make sure you sign up for both as an artist or as a producer. Sign up as a writer and a publisher. So luckily, I had signed up for both. So, long story short, I got that money. He got his amount, and we still see royalties from that song to this day. Um, at that point, I became, I guess, engulfed in the fact that I don't necessarily have to be popular or this big time producer or whatever to make some money doing what it is I enjoy and love doing. As long as I just continue to keep doing it and make sure that the songs are registered. You never know where the song may land. You never know where it may get played, where it gets placed. That's when I looked up and started looking more into sync licensing. I think the song was being played on a radio station in South Africa, but it was also on like a radio show, and then it was also on some TV show in South Africa. And like I said, to this day, those international royalties from that song still come through. It's not as much as like it was back then, but it's still stuff still shows up. And so from that point forward, I just became, engulfed in the fact that I can make money off of my music and make money off doing something I enjoy doing the way I want to do it, because I had no idea. Now, come to find out, because what happened was, I don't know how they got the song. I don't know how it was played or whatever. All I know is on the statement, it said that it was playing the year before, so in 2013. Now, keep in mind, this was a song we made in 2001, and now this song was being played 12 years later in South Africa, and then I get a check in 2000, late 2014, and it's been like that ever since. And here we are in 2022. So that was very much a real big blessing. And I just encourage, musicians out there, producers, artists, writers, just make sure that you register whatever it is that you do, either with ASCAP, BMI, or CSAC. And just make sure you register your portion, because you never know where the song may land. And it's also good because it keeps the hope alive to let you know not to give up. Because just right in that moment when you feel like you want to give up, then something happens and it keeps you going to not want to give up until something else comes around. Then you're like, oh, I want to give up. But as long as you keep that in the back of your mind and stay focused, and then just enjoy making music, everything should work out good. For you, everything should work out for you the way it's supposed to. So, yeah, I just wanted to drop that and speak on that, and I hope you all, found it a good story to listen to, and share some of your stories, in the comments if you want, and I'll definitely read and reach out, and I'll definitely get back to you. Until next time, peace.